Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and this is a word of caution regarding watching pick a card love readings. So while there is nothing inherently wrong with wanting to know where you stand with the love interest on your mind, the reason why you're wanting to know where you stand with them matters greatly, as it can greatly impact your mental and emotional well-being. So a very good question to ask yourself when it comes to why you're watching pick a card love readings is, am I simply curious or am I actually clinging? Holding on to hope isn't always a good thing, especially if it's keeping you stuck in limerence or in codependence. The last thing I want to do is to enable limerence and codependence with the content that I create. I want to help you create a life in which you're truly thriving, not keep you stuck in survival mode. And I know how it all works because I've been there. So this is where grace, knowledge, understanding, and compassion come in. It's okay if the only way you're able to self-soothe in this moment is by way of participating in coping mechanisms, distractions, and the like. As long as you're also doing yourself a favor by learning how to heal the wounding that has been fueling any limerence and or codependent patterns that you might have. My promise to you is that as you heal the wounding, your dependency on your SP, which means specific person, aka the person on your mind, or your ex, will begin to dissolve naturally, to the point where you're not even curious about what they're thinking and how they're feeling about you anymore. I know this to be true from personal experience. When you're ready to start healing the wounding, I have some amazing resources to get you going. My personal recommendation is to start with 2 videos, how to stop manifesting separation, and then the other one is called Releasing the Wants. Both videos will be linked in the description box below. My heart is always with you guys, and with that I bid you more happy viewing. Love, Michelle. What's going on, pile one? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We are back doing another pick a card love reading. We're tapping in and channeling through your person's true, honest thoughts and feelings when it comes to you and their connection with you. No DELULU, okay? So just keep in mind, it's a general collective love reading. Whatever resonates, do whatever you want with it. If something isn't quite landing, you guys know the deal. Drop it, leave it behind for whomever it might be resonating with. I have personal readings available if you want me to tap exclusively into you and your person's connection. All the booking details can be found in the description box below. There's a lot of readings available in the specific person category for you to choose from, and many of them are just $25. And I do have a $25 thoughts and feelings reading that you can get specifically for your person. Okay, so you guys were drawn to, I don't know if this is jade or what kind of material this is, but a white skull. Okay, let's find out your person's overall default energy as it pertains to you and their connection with you. Oh, we got co-create. Okay, there could be a sense here, definitely a sense of possibility and potential that your person is seeing when it comes to you and this connection and their connection with you. And we have, let's see, the 7 of Wands, the 3 of Swords in the reverse, and the King of Cups. Okay. So overall, your person's main energy towards you and their connection with you, pile one, is a sense of there's more that can be built on whatever foundation that you guys have. They could see you and this connection as being very healing with the 3 of Swords in the reverse. Their default energy towards you could be protective, not defensive with the 7 of Wands. There's another, is it vigilance? Like they could be very vigilant about protecting your guys' connection. Maybe from like protecting your guys' connection from things that could cause, that could take away from healing, right? But the fact that we do have the 3 of Swords in the reverse, this is a specific kind of an energy, maybe wanting to prove to you or wanting to be a safe space for you, in terms of wanting to make sure that they don't disappoint you, they don't hurt you, they don't give you a reason to cry or anything like that. The King of Cups here, this person, they could be in love with you. They could have some at the very least, there's a very deep, I'm hearing mental and emotional connection. that they have and they feel towards you, very much at the heart space, okay? And for those of you where it tracks and where it makes sense, yes, your person can very much be in love with you, okay? So let's see what's going on with the rest of the cards here. Your person's no DELULU. True, honest thoughts and feelings. Pile one's person. What is pile one's person's true, honest thoughts and feelings towards pile one and their connection with pile one? No DELULU. I'm going to do one more shuffle. Wound mates. Okay. All right. Let me get a few more. So that's with the wound mates coming out, and we'll see what the rest of the cards say. But for those of you where maybe you have experienced hardship and heartache, because of your person and your connection with them, this could be them, you know, that Seven of Wands with that Three of Swords in the reverse could be them hyper vigilant and hyper aware about not repeating whatever behaviors caused those hurts, okay, to you. They could also be very hyper aware and hyper vigilant against, you know, against triggering you just overall. That's more of a general message. Okay, we have more than just sex to me. Yeah, especially with that King of Cups there, okay? They're in their feelings over you, pile one. No DELULU. I know we can work through this. Okay, yeah. So for some of you, you have experienced hardship and heartache and disappointment as a result of dealing with your person and your connection with them, okay? And in that case, your person's coming through in this energy of not wanting to repeat those past mistakes with you, all right? Wanting, like, they're in the stance now with you, pile one, where they're wanting to guard your heart, protect your heart, help you, like, doing what it takes to help you feel safe in your connection with them. Let's get three more. Okay, so we have I don't know what I want showing up right underneath wound mate. So that could have been maybe like an ignition point of someone's trigger. That could be the result of somebody's activated, you know, toxic attachment style, insecure attachment style, I should say. Let's see. Let's get two more. I'm not over you. Okay, and that's showing up underneath more than just sex to me. Yeah. So I mean, if you guys are broken up or separated, your person is coming through, pile one, letting you know they're not over you and they're not over your guys' connection. And for many of you, I'm hearing them say they're not done with it either. Okay, they want to work through things with you with I know we can work through this. Let's get one more. There you go. I do honestly love you. Yes, that's that King of Cups energy right there, okay? For many of you, your person is in love with you, very much so. And then here at the bottom of the deck, we have unconcerned and focused on self. Let me see where that's coming from. The bottom of the deck energies for me can mean a couple of different things. So let me suss that out real quick. Tell me more about this bottom of the deck energy, please. I'm hearing they've learned their lesson. Yeah, that it's energy on its way out. Okay, that's how things used to be. That's how they used to be. And I feel like that's tying in here with this message where it says, I don't know what I want, right? again, it feels tied to an insecure attachment style on your person's end, which are often fueled by abandonment wounds. And abandonment wounds can express themselves in multiple different ways in different people, right? I mean, some people can be, we've heard it said, people can be afraid of success, right? Some people can be afraid of truly being happy because there's a sense of, and especially in people with avoidant kinds of person, and it's actually, I don't think it's just avoidant. People can just overall be afraid of just being happy because then that's a lot to lose, right? But let me see what's going on with wound mates. Whoa. Tell me more about the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Oh, okay. Yeah, your person's coming through in this energy pile one of like, they're starting to wake up to how their own wounding has contributed to the pain, the discomfort, the conflict, and maybe even for some of you, the chaos in your guys' connection. They definitely are wanting they want to recover whatever part of them had been fueling that wounding, okay? They're not wanting to walk away. They don't want to walk away from the connection at all, with the Eight of Cups showing up in the reverse. But I mean, the healing process, especially for your person, feels like it's not, and it rarely ever is clean, right? It could be very messy for your person. There could be times when, things are very still in their energy. And when things are still in their energy, quiet, when the things are quiet in your person's energy and there's nothing activated, that's when things could feel really good between the two of you, right? And then there might be times when triggers pop off, and that's when things get chaotic and messy. that there's something very unstable still, right? There's still some instability on your person's part when it comes to whatever their wounding is. The good news, though, pile one, is they are aware of that, okay? And there is a desire that your person, like, they want to heal that. They want to heal that part of them, that wounding that has been contributing to whatever disharmony, conflict, chaos, heartache has been happening as the result of that. Yeah, and then the Ace of Swords was at the bottom of the deck. They are very aware of their own tendencies to maybe lash out, act out, withdraw, whatever the behaviors have been, pile one, that have been causing you pain, okay? They are aware of those. And for many of you, your person could even be looking into how to heal those, okay? Wanting out, they're at least thinking in that direction, okay? I know we can work through this. Tell me more about that. Oh, whoa, yes. Your person is saying, look, pile one, look at this. We have the Nine of Swords coming out with the Four of Wands. This actually, your person actually so here's what your person is doing right now. They are understanding what's at stake here, okay? If they have lost you, you could be somebody that they see as a soulmate. You could be somebody they could see themselves marrying if you guys aren't already married or in a long-term, committed relationship. They could see you as family, right? They're also seeing you as their happiness. The Four of Wands is a very celebratory energy. It's like they're seeing you and your guys' connection as something to celebrate, right? And the difference between the Four of Wands energy when it comes to like feeling victorious and having something to celebrate versus like the Six of Wands, you know, can mean the same thing, victory and celebration and being celebrated. This is celebration. There's two people on this card, right? So it's like in the Six of Wands, that's one person being celebrated. That's one person being elevated. And here in the Four of Wands, there's two people here. So it's not the person that's being celebrated. It's like the family unit, the feeling of home, the connection, the bond. That's what's being celebrated. And with that coming out with the Nine of Swords, your person could very well be maybe in, I don't want to say a panic mode, but they are very concerned. Oh yeah, and then we have unconcerned and focus on self. Where they used to be unconcerned about losing this, or really just not really thinking about losing that, or not taking it seriously that they could lose that, they're very focused on this now. Hyper vigilant on the connection that you guys share. That's why that Seven of Wands is coming out here, because they realize now what is at stake. What am I, you know, they realize now, if you walk away for good, pile one, they're realizing what's walking away, their happiness, their joy, their reason to celebrate. Okay? Your person is saying this Four of Wands, our bond, our connection is worth saving, and it's worth fighting for. And you know, your person could very well be experiencing sleepless nights over, you know, the possibility of losing your guys' connection. All right, with that Nine of Swords coupled with that Four of Wands energy. Tell me about, I don't know what I want. Oh, wow. Your person is very afraid. Again, that Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I was going to say that Nine of Swords energy. I said Nine of Wands before I even saw the Nine of Wands. Your person is hyper vigilant. About hurting you again. They don't want to do that. I'm hearing they're actually taking that very personally now. Or whereas before it's like, you know, they were in this energy of being unconcerned and just focused on themselves and what they want and their needs and stuff like that. They have had some kind of a breakthrough or an epiphany or some kind of a like they acknowledge now, like they realize now how important you are to them and how important their connection with you is to them in their life. And with I don't know what I want coming out with the Ten of Swords in the reverse, your person is almost saying it's like they want, there is no doubt your person wants to work through things with you. And at the same time, because there are still, because we do have wound mates still coming out, and there's still, again, what we're talking about, your person might be, you know, in the process of healing, you know, some of those, that you know, abandonment wounds, insecure attachment issues and stuff like that. But it's not a clean journey, right? It could be very messy, and your person's realizing this, and they're kind of hyper vigilant on, you know, what if old demons pop up, right? Old addictions, old, you know, whatever, old coping mechanisms and stuff like that. And that might be that this part right here with I don't know what I want being clarified by the Ten of Swords in the reverse. If there is any hesitancy in your person's energy when it comes to, you know, reconciling with you, following through, you know, on maybe promises that they're making to you, this is really what it is. This is giving me the energies of your person wanting to they want to make you promises. They're just at this point where they don't want to make you promises they're not 100% sure they're going to keep, because they don't want to disappoint you. They don't want to hurt you anymore. Okay. I'm not over you. Tell me about that. Your thoughts and feelings for you for pile one. No DELULU. Tell me more about I am not over you. Oh, they're very clear about that. We got the Eight of Swords showing up in the reverse. This isn't anything they're very solid in that knowledge. They're not over you, and I'm even hearing them say that they're not getting over you. And I don't know if that's them coming from a space of just like they refuse to get over you, or they're just acknowledging like, just, you know, what I have, like pile one and the connection that I have with pile one isn't going to be something that I'm just going to be able to get over, right? Anything to add for unconcerned and focused on self at the bottom of the deck, and then we'll close your guys' reading. Oh, yeah. You know, you've always held, or they always, what do they call that? They always held a soft spot for you in their heart, right? Always. Something happened though, because here we have, this is back of the deck energy. This is energy that's on its way out. Something happened, and their view and their realization, I don't know if it's of their feelings, because we go from a Knight of Cups in the reverse over here to King of Cups in the upright position. You know, they were acting very selfish with their energy and maybe even their resources. You know, with the Knight of Cups showing up in the reverse, they were more focused on their own needs and what they wanted. And for many of you, not honoring your guys' connection, not showing up or not honoring it or just not taking it seriously. Something happened though, because that energy has shifted. They went from being unconcerned and focused on themselves to the point of just not honoring your wants. It's even to the, maybe not, yeah, it's just like they didn't care. Not to say that they didn't care, but they cared more about what they wanted and what they needed. They were, when it, you know, if it came to pick and choosing whose needs got met, your person focused on their own. But they did a complete, I'm hearing that they did a complete 180 here. They're realizing now that their happiness lies with you. And so they're like, now they're coming from the space pile one where they're saying, you know, my happiness lies with pile one, so I'm going to pour into pile one. You know, whatever pile one tells me they want and need in order to feel safe, I'm going to do that. Because what your person is realizing, what they're getting in return, you know, they're getting nourished back in return. It's like they feel your needs, and then they're realizing their needs get met just automatically as a result. All right, you guys? Yeah, look at the bottom of the deck, the Empress. Okay? You nourish them just energetically. You nourish them. You make them feel very good. There's a very fertile, yeah, with that co-create there's a very fertile energy in your guys' like shared bond and connection. Your person's understanding and realizing. So your person realizes, like, the more energy that I sow, right, that I plant into pile one and my connection with pile one, the more return I get. That's just nature, right? That's just natural. And so, yeah, I mean, they're real thoughts and feelings for you, pile one, no DELULU. They want to work through this with you. They want to pour more into you. They've had a realization that when they focus on making you happy, they get that back and multiplied, right? Okay. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today, pile one. If you got from this reading what you came here for, do me a favor, if you would, smash the like button for me. It is a wonderful way to energetically donate to my channel. Comment below, let me know that you picked this pile. Did I just say that? Man, yeah. Become part of the family if you haven't already done so by smashing that like button, and don't forget about that notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. Pile one, I will see you guys at your next pick a card love reading. Bye, you guys. Pile two, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel if you are new here. My name is Michelle, and we are doing another pick a card love reading, tapping in and channeling through your person's real true feelings when it comes to you and their connection with you. So no DELULU, right? We're doing one of those. So keep in mind, it's a general collective love reading. Whatever resonates, do whatever you want with it. If something isn't quite landing, just drop that and leave it behind for whomever I might be resonating with. As always, I have personal readings available if you want me to tap exclusively into you and your person's connection. Just check out the description box below. All of the booking details are there. I have a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25, including a $25 thoughts and feelings reading that you can get as a personal. So anyway, you guys were drawn to the rough what is that, black obsidian? I wanted to call it lava stone, but that's not really what it is. I don't know. The floor is lava, for those of you that got kids, okay? All right, let's see. Your person's overall energy towards you as it is influencing their thoughts and feelings. We have orphaned in the upright position. The number 5 could be significant. There could be some uncomfortable change happening, or something, maybe some shifts happening that are making your person feel uncomfortable when it comes to you and their connection with you. There is a desire for stability here, though, with the Emperor. Maybe a desire to want to step up, take control of the situation, but not in a manipulative kind of way, in a very divine masculine kind of way. We also have the Fool, and then we have the 9 of Wands showing up in the reverse. And the Fool could be maybe a desire to want to, yes, a desire to want to take a leap of faith. But with this clarifying orphan, this feels there's a lot of fear there, right? There's a desire to maybe want to take a leap of faith. If there is a reason to want a clean slate, or to clear the slate, you know, if you guys have had some difficult times or moments in your guys' connection, the Fool can often talk about a clean slate, right? Moving forward with a clean slate. But with the 9 of Wands here, let me check the energy of that 9 of Wands in the reverse. So we have Emperor energy, that's Aries energy. We have the Fool here, that's Aquarius energy. And that Orphan is kind of giving me that 5 of Pentacles vibe. There's a lot your person is wanting when it comes to you and their connection with you, but they're not very hopeful or optimistic. And me saying they're not very hopeful is actually even a bit of a stretch. I mean, they're very pessimistic in this energy. Tell me more about the 9 of Wands in the reverse as it pertains to Pile 2's person. Aw. Okay, they're not giving up. That's a good thing. Okay, so the 9 of Wands in the reverse can talk about not giving up. Or actually, that would be... No, my bad. Hold on. I feel that still applies. Like the 9 of Wands in the upright position talks about not giving up, being resilient, in battle, you know what I mean? What's going on with this energy here? It's showing up in the reverse, but I'm still feeling like not giving up is applying. They could just be starting to feel very weary. They could be going back and forth, like there could be an inner struggle, like wanting to give up, but then there's a larger part of them that's not, with this King of Wands in the upright position there. It's like that King of Wands in the upright position is very much more Emperor energy, right? And so, like your person's inner Emperor, inner divine masculine energy is more stronger than, say, maybe their desire to maybe want to give up and go in a different direction. This feels like there's just not a lot of energy that your person has. They want to move forward with you, or they have desires, goals, and dreams when it comes to your guys' connection. But with this orphaned energy here, and this 9 of Wands, and yeah, it's interesting to note that we open this thing up with Orphan, which is that 5 of Pentacles energy, and it ends with the 9 of Wands energy in the reverse, which feels like wanting to give up, right? Let's get their thoughts and feelings out real quick to see. Oh, and then the back of the deck is the 9 of Wands in the upright position. Oh my gosh, this must be like an inner struggle going on with your person. They might have moments when they're, you know, not optimistic, and then moments when they are optimistic. There's like maybe an inner battle. And it's so funny. Okay, there's an inner battle, but right when I was saying that, inner balance wanted to come out. And so it feels like their divine masculines coming online to somehow give them the momentum, the courage, the inspiration to not give up, even though there's a large pull here for your person to just, and it could be because they could be feeling just overwhelmed, they could be feeling depressed, they could be feeling very hopeless, right? But then we saw that Emperor and that King of Wands energy come out, and King of Wands is fire energy, so Aries, Leo, Sag, more Aries, right? Divine masculine energy trying to come in there and keep your person afloat. In terms of not giving up when it comes to you and their connection with you. And I don't feel like like that's their desire, like they want to give up on you in this connection with you. It's that feeling like you're drowning and trying to stay afloat and getting very tired and exhausted and kind of wanting to give up, but finding that second wind to keep going. That's kind of the energy that your person is in when it comes to you in this connection, okay? I don't know. Let's see. Pile 2's person, show me their real, true, honest thoughts and feelings for Pile 2 and their connection with Pile 2, please. No DELULU. See, that's really strange because first things start off chaotic, and then as you keep going, they get a little bit more organized. I don't know if you noticed when I was shuffling, it was really wonky the first 2 shuffles. But when we got going, it's like now the shuffles are fine. You know, they're like a well-oiled machine. And so that might be what's happening. I don't know what that inner struggle is, but it feels like your person's own inner divine masculine energy somehow being strengthened and strengthening the core of your person enough to keep going, okay? Not to give up. That could be an overall energy that your person is in just in general, you know, not exclusively pertaining to you and their connection with you. This could be an energy they're in general that's highly impacting and influencing your guys' connection, all right? Just keep that in mind. Pile 2's person, what are their honest, true thoughts and feelings? No DELULU for Pile. Well, we aren't right for each other, huh? Their real, true, honest thoughts and feelings towards Pile 2. Let's take things to the next level. See, they keep going back and forth. There's a lot of mixed energy here. Mixed. You might be getting a lot of mixed signals from your person. There's anxious attachment. I'm not going to accept it, though. Let's see, because it came out weird. Their real, true, honest thoughts and feelings. Okay, so they do know that you love them, Pile 2. They don't question that at all. They're questioning themselves possibly, or just questioning outer circumstances. See, because orphaned can talk about feeling abandoned, but your person knows that you love them. So if they are feeling abandoned, it's not necessarily by you. They could be in this overall energy of maybe feeling abandoned by God, abandoned by the universe, you know, especially if they're going through hard times, you know, financially. They could just be depressed, right? Feeling hopeless. You know, and if they're dealing with a general anxiety or general depression, a general feeling of hopelessness, that's definitely going to affect, you know, their relationships and their connections, yours included. Let's get 2 more, and then I'll tell you what I'm getting. Yeah, your person's in a really weird space, Pile 2. I feel like this is overall, but it is showing up and affecting your guys' connection. All right. And then there you go. Look, it says depression is kicking my ass at the bottom of the deck. That's the issue. Okay, that's the issue. And so right now, you guys, Pile 2, it's going to be very difficult to get a solid reading on your person's real, true, honest thoughts and feelings for you right now, because whatever is causing this sense of feeling orphaned or abandoned, or what's the sense of feeling left out in the cold, or, you know, feeling destitute or impoverished, or even just depressed and feeling hopeless, they're not thinking clearly. They're not able to. It's like their focus is being hijacked by fear and doubts and insecurities and feeling hopeless and stuff like that. So it feels like what is going on with your person, because there's such an instability in their own life, it has them questioning everything. It's like they don't question you, but they're questioning themselves. And so right underneath, I know you love me, we have I love you, but I'm not in love with you. Okay. Up here we have let's take things to the next level, and right underneath that we have enjoying the silence. You know, over here we have we aren't right for each other. Underneath that is like I don't or I didn't appreciate what I found in you. And I can see like where it's, you know, the part where it says I don't or I didn't appreciate what I found in you, and that very well could be your person is in very deep survival mode right now. When you're in survival mode, you can't think about anything other than whatever is, you know, like if your person is in dire needs when it comes to financial or whatever the case may be, that's all they can think about and focus on, right? This depression is kicking my ass. That energy is hijacking your person's focus. It's hijacking their hope. It's hijacking their clarity. It's really doing a number on not only them, but, you know, your guys' connection as well. Let me see what I love you, but I'm not in love with you. Tell me more about that, please. Yeah, that I'm in love with you, but I'm not in love with you. That they don't know that. That they're questioning that. They're wondering that. But then again, a lot of that is stemming from, I feel like for many of you, your person is dealing with some pretty dire financial circumstances right now. For many of you, okay, that's not going to, all of you, it's not going to be the case. Your person could just be in a colossal funk for whatever reason. But it is affecting their long-term vision just in general, okay? Because that's being clarified by the King of Pentacles in the reverse. They don't have a lot of long-term vision at this point right now because they are so locked in survival mode. They're having a difficult time. What's got them, let me see, for the vast majority of people from pile 2, what's got their person locked in this survival energy? And for many of you, your person is shut down when it comes to your guys' connection. I do feel like they're feeling very anxious right now. Like I said, I mentioned briefly anxious attachment came out, but I felt like it needed to go back in the deck. And I think the reason why that is because it's not that they're anxiously attached to you. They're anxiously attached to another situation. It feels like I'm hearing like a sinking ship, right? Or a burning building. And that's where all their focus is on, is just trying to survive, right? Trying to stop this ship from sinking or trying to put out fires. And that's where they're at. And so because that's where, like, their sole focus right now is surviving, whatever dire strait they might be facing, you know, they're not even really thinking. It's like they can't appreciate what they found in you at this point in time because they're just focused on whether or not they're going to survive whatever this thing is, okay? Tell me about enjoying the silence. Yeah, if you guys have a tendency to argue a lot, or if you have a tendency to maybe pull on their energy or seek validation from them, or if that's how they feel, if they feel like, you know, you're needing stuff from them, then what? Because the Five of Swords in the reverse is like peace, right? It's a break from confrontation, from chaos, from arguments. Especially, you know, and it can be some heated conversations, right? They're enjoying not having that. They're enjoying not having to answer questions or not having to answer to anybody. So if you guys are in no contact, they're actually enjoying it right now because it's like they don't have the mental or any kind of energetic space to deal with anybody else's problems, whether it's relational, emotional, or whatever. Your person, their sole focus right now is stopping a sinking ship from actually going down, okay? And so again, it just is what it is. It's like your person, like I said, pile 2, if you're somebody that's constantly pushing your person for answers, wanting to know what they're doing, why aren't they talking to you, you know, let me in, let me blah blah, your person's not in that space. They don't want to deal with that, okay? And I'm not saying they're right or wrong, and I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I'm just letting you know where your person is at, okay? Tell me about we aren't right for each other. All of a sudden, there might be a lot of distractions happening in your person's. Yeah, definitely a lot of phone calls. They're having to screen messages, you know, stuff like that. I had to turn mine off. They've never that active. And then for some reason, the Three of Pentacles was flipped over in the deck, so that wanted to be shown. Your person this feels more like maybe you guys are wanting different things right now, or maybe there's just some core fundamental differences that you have that make it difficult for you guys to get along at this point in time. Your person right now, they want the path of least resistance. That's pretty much what it is. Um, they want as little stress. You know, and it's one of those energies, Pile, too, where they're like, if it's easier for me to get it done by myself than it is to do it as part of a team. Like, that's what they're looking at, like, okay, where they realize they're working with very limited resources, okay, in every way, shape, and form. And so they're looking at things as, what is this going to cost me mentally, emotionally, financially, physically? And they're like, you know, if this partnership is going to cost me more than what I have to give, they'd rather do it alone. Okay. They might be seeing maybe your needs or maybe your requirements or what you're needing and wanting them to do in order for you to feel, you know, safe or honored in a connection, as more than what they're either willing to handle or capable of handling at this time. And Pile 2, you're not wrong for you know, whatever your needs are, you're not wrong for having those. It's just right now it feels like you're asking those things from the wrong person. Okay, there's nothing wrong, you know, you know where you're worth, right? You definitely know your worth, and you're asking the wrong person. Your person just literally doesn't have it. It's like going to the store or somebody coming to you, or, you know, you're like, I have a service to provide, and you know what that service is worth, and you're like, this is how much it's worth, and your person literally does not have the money for that. They're not saying that they don't value it. They don't have the money for that, okay? Now, and I'm speaking metaphorically, of course. And so they're like, they're just better doing it by themselves because they don't have the resources to partner up with you at this point in time. Well, then tell me about, let's take things to the next level. They go back and forth with that. This came out, and I'm keeping it in the reverse position, but it wanted to situate, like it was situating itself in the upright. There's a lot of stops and starts in your person's energy, and it really depends on, you know, whether or not they're being hijacked by fear, by survival mode, by triggers, whatever that case may be, okay? I don't or didn't appreciate what I found in you. Tell me about that. The Seven of Swords in the reverse. Tell me more. This just feels like this isn't your person being sneaky. This almost feels like it's distracted. They're not. It's not that they see what you're doing and they don't appreciate it. They're literally not looking in that direction because their focus is being hijacked. They're not doing that on purpose. That's, you know, they're not appreciating what they have right in front of them because they're distracted. Yeah, I was talking about being distracted earlier. They're distracted by the burning, you know, the burning house or the sinking ship that is theirs that they're trying to keep from sinking, okay? Let me check one more thing and then we'll end your reading. Okay. With that thing, let's see. Let me check one more. Knight of Swords in the reverse. You guys, your person isn't necessarily wanting to end your guys' relationship. I don't know if that's even something that, I don't know if you've given them an ultimatum or whatever. I don't know, okay? But with this, let's take things to the next level. That's actually taking me over to the Fool, that Fool energy from earlier. And, you know, they don't necessarily want you to go in a different, or want this connection to go, you know, in a different direction, like apart from each other. But it's like they understand it if it does. They don't necessarily want to move on from you and from the connection, or want you to go in a whole different direction. But it's like, you know, if that's what happens, it's what happens. It's like they're literally saying, I can't worry about that right now. I have this thing over here that needs my attention. And so they're like, you know, they don't want you to go in a different direction, but and you know, and they're not going to stop you if you do. It's so weird. I'm having a hard time putting this into languaging, because it's not coming from a space of your person just like not caring and being blatant and just completely dismissive because they don't care about you and their connection with you. That's not it at all. They're to them, they're whatever it is they're dealing with, to them feels like a matter of life or death. And it's like, and your connection is not life or death to them at this point in time. Something else is. And so that's what they're focusing on. Okay. Oh, pile 2, that was your reading. Thank you for hanging out with me again today. If you got from this reading what you came here for, take a second, if you would, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Why do I always get... Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, you guys. Become part of the family if you haven't already done so, simply by subscribing. Don't forget about that notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. Pile 2, I'll see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, guys. Pile 3, welcome. If you are new here, my name is Michelle. We are back doing another Pick a Card Love reading, tapping in and channeling through your person's real, true, honest thoughts and feelings as they pertain to you and their connection with you, okay? No DELULU. It's one of those no DELULU love readings, okay? Keep in mind, it's a general collective love reading. Whatever resonates, do whatever you want with it. If something isn't quite landing, just drop that and leave it behind for whomever it's resonating with. I have personal readings available if you want to, you know, skip the general vibe and have me tap exclusively into you and your person's connection. Just check the description box below. All the booking details are there. I have a lot of readings available for you to choose from in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25, including a $25 thoughts and feelings reading that you can book. Okay, so let's see. You guys were drawn to the very gemmy amethyst stone, little pebble there. Let's find out what their main overall mood and energy. Okay, we have building blocks here. This can signify the desire to want to build something strong. For those of you that, you know, this can also talk about maybe repair. This is talking about the foundation, right? Building a foundation that can stand or withstand the test of time and tribulation. And even for those where it's applicable, maybe, you know, repair, you know, the foundation if something happened to where that would be applicable. But let's see what the clarifiers have to say. Yeah, okay, so there may be a lack of confidence when it comes to that. It's like, yes, your person is wanting a strong foundation for the two of you, right, in this connection. Their confidence levels in that, though, for some reason they're not seeing that as promising. We'll put it in that way, and then we'll see what their actual thoughts and feelings come out. So we have the 9 of Cups in the reverse, which can talk about a lack of personal fulfillment. It can also just feeling like maybe something's missing. We have the 4 of Cups in the upright position and the 6 of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, there is a sense of apathy. Maybe a lack of motivation. This is the clear... This feels like your person desires this, and then it's like they have this avoidant kind of energy coming through, like, you know, yeah, it's too much work. Or even if it's not too much work, it can just be... again, just their confidence levels about whether or not that's possible or if it's worth it or anything like that. Okay, we'll see what's going on. because this building blocks pertains to you, right? Their connection with you. And so the fact that we have all of these weird ass energies coming out with the 9 of Cups in the reverse, the 4 of Cups in the upright position, and the 6 of Wands in the reverse is like, what is going on with that? It's like, yes, they want a solid foundation with you, but, right? So let's see what that but is. What's the caveat here? Pile 3's person. I mean, I can kind of see that maybe if there's a need to repair and rebuild the foundation because something blew up between the two of you. That might be where their lack of confidence is coming from. You know, wanting to do that, but wondering if that's even possible. I can see that, okay? But let's see. What is your person? Their real, true, honest thoughts and feelings. No DELULU. When it comes to pile 3. And their connection with pile 3. One more shuffle, you guys. And it is snowing outside. I'm in Kansas City, Missouri. How pretty. The time that I'm filming this video, it's December the 13th. I think it's gonna post on December the 15th. So, yeah, anyway. Let's see, pile... or December the 16th is when it's going to post. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, please don't give up on me and give up on us. Okay. So, I mean, obviously something here between the two of you had to have gone down. They could maybe be picking up on your sense of insecurity in terms of the connection itself. You might be questioning a lot of things and they're picking up on that. They could be picking up on your, like, whatever happened between the two of you. You might be questioning whether or not it's something that you want to stick around and try to repair, okay? There's a sense of that coming through as well. Their real, true, honest thoughts and feelings when it comes to pile 3, please. Oh, there we go. Done with third parties, okay? For many of you, this is or was a third-party situation that your person may have got, you know, they let get in the way of your guys' connection. There is regret coming through, okay? Your person is coming through saying with building blocks, I want to repair this. See, they are recognizing that some damage to the connection has been done as a result of third-party interference, whether that's a person or something else, right? Hindsight being 2020, your person is saying, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. You know, let's see what else they want to say. Well, 3's person, they're real. And remember, we're talking about, like, you know, their real, true, honest thoughts and feelings. In their energy, they are very sincere in saying that they are done with third parties in general, or they are done with a specific kind of a third party or a specific third party person, all right? They are genuine in that sentiment, in that energy. Okay, your person, their real, true, honest thoughts and feelings is that they trust you. They trust you, okay? So they're the ones, they broke your trust. You didn't break their trust. They broke your trust. And that's coming through because your person is acknowledging that, you know, they did something with the third party energy here that broke your trust. We're going to get 3 more. All right, we have I'm telling you the truth. So, you know, your person is, yeah, and they're doubling down on a lot of this energy here. Like they're telling you I'm done with third parties, and they're letting you know, and I'm telling you the truth about that, pile 3. Oh, then we have I'm being 100% real with you, okay? Then we have someone else has my heart. I will check to see what's going on with that. That is talking about a person as a third party. Okay, now I don't know if this person is this third party up here. This could be someone different. Didn't have to necessarily be romantic, because your person is saying they're done with third parties, but there may still be an attachment to a third party. We'll see what, yeah, and then at the bottom of the deck, they're saying they choose you, pile 3. Okay, no matter what's going on, like, you know, let me see if the someone else has my heart, if that's the same third party they're talking about being done with. All right. Give me a second. Are these the same? Are these two cards representing the same person? Yes. Oh, wow. Okay. It is. Your person, it feels like they're in the process of maybe trying to detach from whoever that person is. Give me a second. Yeah, for many of you, this is a romantic third party, okay? This is somebody they, you know, and for many, you're going to know that, whether or not that's the case. But this person still has feelings for this third party, whoever that is. But for whatever reason, your person is saying they're done with that third party. They're choosing you regardless, pile 3. Tell me about I'm telling you the truth. What's that about? It's like they're saying right here, I'm telling you the truth and I'm being 100% real with you. It's like they're doubling down on the fact that they're being honest and transparent with you right now about something. Okay, well, I mean, so somebody else might have their heart in terms of like they care about that person, but they're not necessarily attracted to that person anymore, okay? The Queen of Wands in the reverse coming through that. And I can see that. Your person can genuinely care about somebody. It may have gone from having romantic and or sexual feelings for that third party to now it's just like, I care about that person, but I'm not romantically and sexually attracted to them anymore, okay? But there's still kind of an attachment there with the Devil at the bottom of the deck. I can't, well, here, I can show it to you like that. There's still some kind of a toxic attachment to that person though, but it's not stemming from a sexual romantic space. Let me see. I wasn't going to do this, but I mean, it is coming through in your guys' reading. So let me see what's the nature of that attachment then if it's not romantic and sexual. It could just be tied to, you know, your person questioning, like whatever that third party energy is or was, you know, really caused your person to have to stop and really do some inner reflection, right? Some inner work. Virgo energy coming through with the Hermit. They could have a sense of obligation when it comes to the third party. They could be feeling guilty when it comes to the third party. Like, I don't know if there's like, I don't know what's going on with this third party energy. Why is pile 3's person feeling this way about the third party if they're wanting to be with pile 3? Where's this guilt? Where's this guilt stemming from about when it comes to the third party? Okay, I was hearing disillusion earlier when I was, you know, talking about the main cards that came out, and I didn't say it because I didn't think it was going to be relevant at the time. With the 9 of Cups, the word disillusion was wanting to come through. I didn't say it, but it's showing up here with this, with the 7 of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so the reason why they're feeling bad about possibly leaving the third party is because they may have made promises to that person and got that person excited about a future and blah, blah, blah. And the reason why they were doing that, your person was doing that, was because they were disillusioned about something. And they feel bad because they're breaking promises that they know that, like, they're getting ready to break, like they're feeling bad about breaking promises to the third party, possibly breaking the third party's heart. Even though your person isn't really that like romantically and or sexually attracted to the third party anymore, they still care about that person as a person, and they feel bad you know, for either letting that person down or the fact that they are going to be letting that person down, because your person is saying they choose you, pile 3. They're coming in your direction. They're done with that third party energy. They don't want you to give up on them and your connection with them. And at the same time, they're feeling some guilt and remorse because in your person's disillusionment, they made promises and got the hopes up of the third party, and they're getting ready to break those and possibly break that third party's heart. They're feeling bad about that, okay? Tell me about I choose you at the bottom of the deck, and then we will close your reading. Yeah, they are choosing you, but it's going to take some time before they actually follow through on that. That's being clarified by the 8 of Wands in the reverse. Energetically, they've already made up their mind. They made up their mind. Their heart, you know, is in it with you. And they're not aligned or feeling aligned. There's something with that third party that they need to wrap up. Okay, they choose you, they want a future with you, right? They want to rebuild a foundation with you or build a strong, solid foundation with you. And, right, because 2 things can be true at the same time. And they're feeling very bad for about, you know, possibly blowing something else up. Right? But your person is understanding someone's heart here is probably going to get broken. All right. I mean, maybe even not. I don't know. You may not even care whether or not your person comes back or chooses you or the third party. Your person is coming through and saying they're choosing you, though, pile 3. Okay. But your person is feeling very bad for either what they've done to the third party or what they're about to do to the third party in terms of like breaking the third party's trust, breaking their promises to the third party, and breaking that third party's heart. All right, you guys, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If you got from this reading what you came here for, do me a favor, smash that like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family by smashing that, what is it, the subscribe button. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And pile 3, I'll see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, guys.